Hey guys, Buffy Game back today bringing a video for Arena Breakout Infinite Season 1, and today we're going to be talking about and going over the new guns here for this season of Arena Breakout Infinite Season 1. So just going to be a video here with the new guns. I'll go over a lot more stuff in future videos as far as the Battle Pass and things like that, but I wanted to take the time to just go through the new weapons here with you, show you a little bit of the customization with them. So let's go ahead and we'll in the firing range already. So we'll go ahead and we will drop this one and we'll go ahead and start with the new weapon. So you can see right there, there's a nice HK416 that they've added. So just go ahead. I'll go to my workbench. I think they added, it was a total of 8 or 9 weapons here with this season. So starting off here with the assault rifles. You can see we have our usuals that we've had, and the first one here for Season 1 is going to be the HK416 assault rifle. So this is just a really, I think, welcome addition. I think a lot of us in this community specifically have really wanted to see this weapon in a number of games that I've covered here on the channel, more specifically Call of Duty, but to have the actual HK416 in the game finally is really nice. So you can see here, obviously, stats semi-full, 850 rounds per minute. 5x6x45 and firepower is high. You get the full stat breakdown there. I do have a saved build here, so we'll go with this one here using the H key mod. Handguard is really what this I believe is supposed to be, and I have an extended barrel. So let's go ahead. I'll show you a little bit of customization with this one. So first off, you can see the final build there, right? So what we've done with this is we kept a lot of the base ones, but in case you're just seeing the customization in this game here on PC. I did do a previous video when the game launched, but quick overview here. What we've done is we've just changed it to, instead of a 5x6 Stenag mag, we've done a 30 round tan PMag with no window. And then I've added just the standard EOTech holographic. We obviously have a lot of options there, which you'll see in other weapons. Now the handguard here is, like I said, the HK416 or 416 14-inch handguard here, preferred handguard. This is supposed to be the H key mod. HK runs their own proprietary version of key mod handguard, so that's what this is supposed to be. Now you can only equip that. The cool thing about this game, again, if you're familiar with Tarkov, you can only equip that on the extended barrel. You also have a long barrel, you have a medium barrel, and a short barrel, which are compatible with the other handguards. So you do have a lot of handguard options depending on which barrel length you're doing. Now you can see, obviously, we have a full-length Picatinny rail on the top of this weapon, so it's a monolithic rail. So with this, what we've done is we've put on just a laser sight. You can put on even like a different one here, like a multi-purpose. And then what I've done here on the bottom is, because it's H key mod, we put on a Picatinny rail with the vertical foregrip, and then on the left-hand side of the weapon, we did the same thing. We put a Picatinny rail with a flashlight attached there. And then I put a standard birdcage flash hider, AR-15 flash hider, on the front of the muzzle device there. So this is really kind of supposed to be like a 416 A5, A7 type build, maybe even closer to an A8. But this is the HK416, looking really nice. So I'll go ahead, we'll back out, complete the assembly with that. I'll show that off here in a second. So let me just equip that, and then we'll go to so you can see, just beautiful. We'll go ahead back in, and we're going to cover a couple weapons at once here. So go back in. Now for our secondary weapon, we're going to run the DT, or the Desert Tark MDR. This is one of my favorite weapons, I think, overall right now. I'm really happy they added this. This is the one I'm most excited that they've added, and honestly the only one I've used playing so far this season. So depending on how much you guys want me to get in depth, I'll be doing a lot of more specific videos on these weapons. So this is going to be kind of just a once-over on the new weapons. I'm not going to get into the design of the weapons in these videos, but I will do that in future videos, followed by the gameplay of in raids with these. So I think the Desert Tech MDR is a really good one that I do want to do with that. You have just a lot of great features on this weapon. This is another one that I think we haven't seen added to other games, especially like Call of Duty. You can see here one of the designs is the shells are spitting. It's completely ambidextrous ejection ports, so the shells are spitting outward, forward. So if you're a left or right-hand shooter, they're not going to be in your face. Ambidex, all ambi controls, charging handle, all of that. So this is a really cool weapon. Again, you can see semi to full 750 rounds per minute, so it's pretty controllable. Also 5.56x45 NATO with a firepower of high. So here we have, again, like a standard barrel length. Now this one here, we did the extended barrel length with the handguard. So extended barrel handguard, you can see there, I attached again a Picatinny rail on the bottom for this M-lock, and then also put the vertical foregrip. We have a flashlight, the M-lock attachment for the Picatinny rail there with the flashlight on the left-hand side, and then we have the full-length pick on top. So I've put the laser there, and then I've put on the ACOG with a top-mounted RMR optic. So that is our Desert Tech MDR. Again, this is the one that I am most excited about that it's in the game. So the Desert Tech MDR, really nice one here. We'll complete the assembly and assign that. Let's go ahead and close. So we'll start with our HK 416. Go ahead and just do the inspect here. I think, let me put my, do I have a visor on? I do. Let me just put that up so we can see a little bit better. So that's just really nice. Let me make sure. Okay, good. So let's go. We got the laser, or the flashlight. You got the laser here. You can do both or have them both off. So obviously semi, full. And then you can inspect the mag. Inspect what our fire mode is. Now we have the top tier armor on these dummies here. So I just like to mess around with that, but you can see, again, just pretty accurate of a weapon. Here in the fire image, I have it in infinite ammo right now, so that's why we're not reloading currently. But you can see, obviously, the heavy armor, right? So if I were to just dump into this guy's chest, we don't have good ammo, obviously, is one thing here. So that's another reason you're going to see a lot of hits, just by default using base ammo. But I did do some videos on the firing range if you're more interested to see how to navigate through that and select different ammos and test. You can check that video out, or I can do a new one. So you guys let me know what you would want down below. And again, obviously switching to semi, you can get a nice little headshot there. I like that with this. So no matter what the armor, you go for the head. Done. So that's really cool. Let's go ahead and check out our MDR. This is going to be cool. I like the charging animation here should happen. Beautiful. So this is our Desert Tech MDR. Again, a bullpup rifle, firing 5.56x45 NATO. We're going to start in the full auto. Little hip fire. Just eating, and I'm also probably not hitting. But again, just this is my favorite weapon easily in the game so far, I think. A lot of fun to fire. So that's our Desert Tech MDR and our 416. So let's go ahead and just drop those two. And we'll go ahead and do the other weapons. So this video is already 8 minutes, so we'll try and go through a little bit quicker, and I'm just going to show these next weapons. So moving to the submachine guns, we're going to start with the Vector 45 and the Vector 9. So the Vector 45, go ahead. You see here, start the assembly. So what I've done is put the Osprey suppressor on there. This is basically one of my favorite builds that I would run in Modern Warfare 2019. We have the Magpul vertical foregrip. I have a pick rail with a PEC 15 on the left side, EOTech with a flip. And that's it. So again, you get the proprietary 45 ACP ammo, 1,100 rounds per minute, 2-round and semi and full, but you also get the proprietary recoil mitigation system here in the receiver. So it basically negates vertical recoil, which you'll see. So that's our Vector 45. Go ahead and complete that assembly. And then go back to our workbench and we'll select the Vector 9. So I did a slightly different build. All of the attachments are obviously pretty much interchangeable. Now this is a 9x19 versus the 45 ACP, but you can see what I've done here is put on the extended handguard. We have a 9mm compensator on here, flashlight, pick rail or PEC 15, and an EOTech on there is what I ran on this with the extended handguard along with the extended barrel. And then we obviously have the buttstock upper receiver kit here on this one. So that's our Vector 9. Complete the assembly. Let's go ahead and jump to the shooting range. So we'll start with the 45. Now this thing is just beefy looking. I really like this gun. You can see full mag. We're full auto. Very little to no recoil, so I'm not really compensating for this much at all. You see you get a little bit of horizontal wobble, which you could probably obviously mitigate that with other attachments. I've always liked the 4x flip option on this. For whatever reason, I think aesthetically, it's just really nice. So that's our Vector 45. Let's look at our Vector 9. So again, very similar. Obviously, we have the different attachment combos, which you can do with the Vector 45 as well. Starting full auto. Again, not touching the recoil whatsoever. But you can obviously see with that Gen 6 armor, the weakness of the 9mm, especially with the worst ammo type we have here. Obviously, if you were going to go into like a higher tier raid, you would want better ammo, for sure. But definitely a lot of fun to use that. So you can see there's our 416, our MDR. Let's go ahead and drop these, and we will go ahead and look at the other weapons. So they both kind of landed on top of each other there, unfortunately, but you can kind of see that. So let's go ahead, jump into the gun bench. Marksman, nothing new there. Bolt action, nothing new there. Light machine gun, nothing new. Shotguns, we have the USAS 12, so just the one I pre-made here. Again, this is a semi to full auto shotgun, 275 rounds per minute, 12 by 70. So we'll go ahead and start assembly. We'll go ahead and equip that. And then for our next one, carbines, we have the M96, which I'm honestly not familiar with this weapon. It appears to be like a 5.56 variant of the BAR. I want to say I did not do the research before on this one. I think this was, I want to say this is either a Browning or I think, like I said, I think it's a Browning, or this was a stoner, an initial stoner design maybe. I want to say also, but again, pretty interesting weapon. It is 5.56. You can select the different magazines. You can put an optic. Other than that, not much customizable options here. 400 rounds per minute. So we'll go ahead and select that, and we'll start with the USAS. So here we go. You can just see how quick that chews through some of the armor, especially if you're getting a headshot there. Really nice gun. So you can just see not even adjusting recoil. You can see that there, which is crazy. So next up, we have the M96. Now this is a 4-round burst, I want to say it is. 4 or 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and ditch these. And our next ones here. I think we're going to get a saw next season, which is cool. So we looked at the carbine. Pistol, I believe the only one is the 1911. So we'll go ahead and look at this crazy build that I have here. This crazy 1911 looks really nice. Let's go ahead and complete the assembly and go ahead and look at it. If I'm wrong and there's a different one, let me know. Where'd that go? Oh, I need to drop this before I can equip it. There we go. So again, 45 ACP, not going to do much against that armor. But you can see aesthetically just a really nice looking weapon there. Especially if you can get a headshot. So those are all the new weapons. Let me know what your favorites are. I think mine is hands down the MDR by far. Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming with Arena Breakout Season 1 weapons. Buffner Gaming, out.